Hi guys, it's Rachel. So if you've been watching my videos for a while, then you've probably seen my hair in some version of this. Yes, as you can see, I do wear my hair like this a lot. I wear it both in videos and in real life. It's one of my favourite ways to do my hair, and I get a lot of questions on how I do my hair this way. So I thought I would make a video for you guys showing you exactly how I do my hair in this manner. And the way I do it is using a flat iron. And I know that some people struggle with using a flat iron to curl your hair, but once you know the technique, it is really simple, and with a little bit of practice, you can get this hair in a short amount of time. I have done a video like this before, and I'm going to put a link to it here. It was one of the very first videos that I ever did, so feel free to check it out, but please be kind. I know that I was really awkward in front of the camera, and I had to edit it down. I think the original video was like 25 minutes and I was only allowed 15, so I had to edit it down. I probably talked way too much as well. But either way, if you are interested in getting hair that looks like this, then keep on watching. Okay, so we're going to begin by brushing out our hair because tangle-free hair is always the easiest to work with. Next, you want to think about heat protectants. So when you're learning how to curl your hair with a flat iron, you want to have as little product in your hair as possible, because the smoother and more natural your hair is, the easier it will be for your flat iron to actually move through the hair. So something like the Tresemme Thermal Creations Heat Protective Spray, this will work really well and it's not too sticky. It doesn't have a lot of hold or control in it. I'm also trying out the Cristal Optimum Care Heat Protector Spray, and this doesn't have a lot of stickiness in it either. Once you have learned how to curl your hair with a flat iron and you've mastered it a little bit more with a little bit more practice, then you can move on to something that has a little bit more hold or a little bit more curl control. Something like the Garnier Fructis Thermal Active Spray with Curl Control. This has a little bit of extra stickiness, which will help hold your curls after you've curled your hair, but it's also harder to work with when you're learning. So I'm going to pick the Tresemme Heat Protector Spray because I know that's the one that a lot of people have access to, and it is relatively inexpensive, which is great. And I'm going to brush it through my hair. Now you can choose to spray your hair through each section of your hair as you curl it, or even each individual strand as you curl that, but I like to just spray it at the start and then brush it through. Now it's time for sectioning. Now for me, I don't always section my hair, but if I want my hair to be extra neat, or if you're learning, then having only a small section of hair available is a little bit easier because it just stops you from getting confused about which part you have curled and which you haven't. It stops your hair from getting tangled and things like that. So I'm just going to section my hair in 3 sections, starting at the bottom, so just below the ear. It doesn't have to be neat. Just pull it all the way back as if you're doing half up and half down hair, although it's more like 2/3 up and 1/3 down. And then just twist it on top of your head and clip it up. I'm just using a clip like this. Now it's time to turn on your flat iron or straightener. This, the one that I'm using here today, is just a standard GHD hair styler. This one just happens to be pink because it was a special edition one where you paid a little bit of extra money and the money was donated to the National Breast Cancer Association. But when curling your hair, you want to go for a flat iron that is relatively skinny. This is probably only 1 inch wide. You can use the thicker, like the larger GHD hair straighteners to curl your hair. It gives you more of a wave, but that's something that's a little bit more advanced. So when you're starting off, definitely use a small flat iron. Next, you want to take a small section of hair, probably 1 centimeter to 2 centimeters thick at the absolute most. A smaller section of hair will create a smaller curl, and a large section of hair will make more of a wave, but when you're learning, it is easier to learn on a smaller section of hair. Then taking your flat iron, you want to hold it so your thumb is on the bottom of the flat iron. Then you want to place it at the root of the hair, and some people like to turn the straightener 180 degrees and pull through, but I think it works better to turn your hair, the straightener, a whole 360 degrees. And I turn away from my hair because I want the curls to be going away from my face, but if you turn towards your head, then the curls will be going towards your face. So taking it like so, I'm going to flip it once, twice, so your thumb is back on the bottom, and then you want to slowly pull through. The slower you pull through, the tighter the curl. Pulling it out to the end, and you're left with a cute little bouncy curl like that. I'm going to take another section of hair and do this again. So again, thumb on the bottom, twist once, twice, so it's full 360 and your thumb is on the bottom. Use your other hand to guide the straightener down and move slowly down your hair. You want to try and keep the movements consistent. That will make the curl most even looking. And pull out, then twist your hair around your finger just to help it set while the curl is still hot. And that's really is all it is to it. Now, like I was saying before, if you want the hair to curl towards your face, take another section of hair, and this time instead of twisting away from your face, you want to twist towards your face. So again, we're turning all the way around. So your thumb is back on the bottom, and then slowly pull through. This time twist it around your finger going towards your face, And there you have a curl going inwards. So I'm going to take another section over this side just so you can see. I'm going to take a larger section so you can see the difference. So this is quite thick. This is almost probably an inch or so thick. Maybe 2 inches thick. And you just twist it around and around again. Now I'm actually guiding the hair because there's more of it. And I'm just going to pull it down. I do have to move a little bit slower because it is a little bit thicker and it's harder to move through. Just get to the bottom, twist it around, and there you have a larger, thicker curl which would probably brush out to more of a wave. So that really is all it is to it. I'm going to take one last curl so you guys can see it again. Thumb on the bottom, twist once, twist twice, so your thumb is back on the bottom, and pull down slowly. Okay, so I'm going to finish off curling the rest of my hair and then I'm going to show you guys how to style it. I want to slow you guys down a bit just to talk quickly about how I style my hair. So I generally part my hair on the side, that's how I wear it in a lot of my videos, and I tend to pick this side just because my hair falls naturally this way. I don't have a 100% definite natural part, but I tend to just part it fairly far to the side, and then I like it straight but not super straight. So I don't use a comb, I just let it fall as it will, and some bits will be a little bit messy and it may be a little bit crooked, but overall it's generally on the side and it's relatively straight. I find it easiest to pick your part and pick how you want to style your hair at this point here. That way the curls will go the right way rather than waiting till the very end and then finding out that you want to change your part and then the curls may go a little bit funny. That's it. I'm just going to spritz my hair with some hairspray to finish off, and I'm also going to spray a little bit on my hand and rub it down the top of my hair just to cover up any flyaways. And then I just usually run my fingers through my hair. And that's how my hair is styled in most videos. I did take sections quite large on top, one to make it quicker and two because that's how I generally style my hair for my videos, and that's what you guys asked me to show you. But you can get quite tight curls using a flat iron. You just need to take small pieces all over and go really slowly, and you can get some really, really nice curls. So I definitely think that this is a viable alternative to a curling iron, especially after you master how to curl with a flat iron. So that is it for the tutorial section of this video, but before I go, I'm going to leave you guys with my top tips for curling with a flat iron. So my first tip, of course, is practice, practice, practice. I have been doing this for quite a while, probably almost 6 years now, since towards the end of high school, once I got out of high school. And it did take me a while to master it, but now that I have, I can do it quite quickly. I can do my whole head in probably 5 to 7 minutes, depending on how neat I want it. If I want just loose curls, I can definitely get it done in under 10 minutes, which is great. And it is, to me anyway, it is a lot faster than using a curling iron. So I think if you practice, it can be a really great skill, and just keep on trying. Try it when you don't need to go out, when you don't need your hair to look super great. That way if you stuff up, then you can just keep on going. You can go over the same curls, you can practice going the other way. It is definitely worth it. The longer that you do it, the easier it will become. My second tip would definitely be to style your curls in the same direction. I like to style my curls away from my face. I feel like that frames my face, but it also works really well for second day curls. By styling your curls all the same way, when you brush them out, you end up with just like a really nice soft wave, which would be really nice for second day hair. My next tip is that if you're finding that you are losing a lot of volume from the top of your hair, if you've got long hair, thick hair, and you find that the bottom of your hair is staying quite voluminous but the top hair is kind of flattening out, then I would recommend using something like a volume powder. This one is from Swatchcough, and I just put a little bit of this on my hands and then rub it into my roots, and that just gives me a little bit of extra volume on the top to stop me from looking sort of bottom heavy. It just makes my hair look voluminous the whole way down and will last all day. And my final tip is to use good quality tools. I highly, I can't say it enough, recommend the GHD hair straighteners. They are expensive, I know, but you definitely get your money's worth. They work really well in terms of curling. They have the curved edge, they have the ceramic plates. The plates actually move. I'm not going to touch them because I'll burn my finger, but they actually have some give into them, so they'll move when you curl. They last a long time. I've had this one, touch wood, for I think I got it my first year out of high school, this particular one, so it would be almost 6 years old now, and it's lasted me this long. They're great quality. I highly recommend them. The only other brand I might recommend is Cloud9 hair straighteners, but I still would definitely try and get your hands on one of these if you can. Save up for it because it'll definitely be money well spent. So that is it from me. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I hope I've gone into enough detail to show you how I get this particular hairstyle, because I do get a lot of questions and I want this video to be helpful for you. But if there's something that I haven't covered, anything at all, let me know in the comments below and I'll try and answer your questions the best that I can. And other than that, I'm going to go. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye! Curling my hair. Why am I making a song about this? Just film the video, Rachel. Can you tell that I'm easily distracted?